Russia just attacked Poland. Everything's going down.
Bullish. Buy it. Buy it. Buy it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a wonderful day. I thought I'd throw in that little intro for you. My voice is a little clapped, so that means we started off bullish today, but I want to explain what happened today, man, because it was wild, and for the title, a lot of people are surprised World War III will be bullish. Now, why I want to bring this up, I think it is a good lesson on the bonds, but if you've been watching the watch list or you were there today, we were saying there's no more news, and with what happened today, it was really bad. So if you don't know what happened, that is why you had this drop over here. It was a report of a Russian missile landing in Poland, and it killed 2 people. Why that's such a big deal is because Poland is a NATO ally, and if they got attacked, it would invoke Article 5, which means the whole world versus Russia. It would be a huge escalation, and honestly, with everything we've seen in the war, I mean, this is kind of a new element, and it did push things a little further today. So that's why it was such a big deal. It shook off all of the good news and everything we had, but I mean, let's get into it. So here, like the video. I hope I see you on stream again. You know my voice right here, but I still got this right. I want you to understand this, but the bonds are going to be the snitch. And, oh, there it was. And why World War III would be bullish is because it would stop the Fed from tightening. So short term, there would be a bullish reaction, but after that, it would be a little difficult. But I want you to pick up on something because we are going to be doing, is that a gap up? Oh, no, hold on. I need to open up the futures real quick. Oh, no. Do you see this, chat? Okay, we're recording live right now. It's going to open in 2 minutes. It's not there, but if that gaps up, that would be crazy. But the point I'm trying to tell you here, if there was an escalation in the war that led to a Article 5 implication, again, the last time that happened was September 11th, but it would stop the Fed. And now I want you to observe something that we've been bringing up a lot here because I've been telling you, you'll even notice I have a play on bonds, and I was talking about TLT and bonds. And I said, hey, if the rally is going to continue, then the bond market should go with it. Now, after this news, what I want you to look for is if the stock market goes down and then the bonds continue to rally. If that happens, that would be fear, and that's the whole thing going on with this news. If you were watching it live, I mean, we had it all minute by minute today. You should go watch the recap. It was insane, but the whole thing we saw that surprised a lot of people, it was the bond market coming to life. As the market was dumping, people started to buy bonds. Why? They are afraid bonds are safe, but now if there was a bigger war escalation, it would prevent the Fed from raising rates, and that means bond yields would go lower. That is why people are buying. So like I've been telling you, if everything moves up, bonds go up, stock goes up, no problem with that. That's what we've seen all year. If we watch a big dump on the market and then the bonds go up, that is screaming fear. So hopefully that helps. I'm going to try to make today simple. We got a couple of keys and only one simple play. And even then, I'm going to tell you to watch the bonds. Ever since last week, we've been watching them. We are already in them. But now, next couple of days, whatever happens, since, again, we don't know how Poland is going to respond. And Vladimir Zelensky, he says we need a strike back. Russia says, nah, that's not us. And the United States, like, we still corroborate it every day. So drop their thumbs up on the video, all of that. And let's run it, baby.
Walking to the couch, it's the 2020 election. Live in the hills, but I still get a spread. Started with a live, but I still reinvest it. Fear how I feel, then you feel less a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but the sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down.
But right off the bat, we got to start with the futures. They got us too hype. Yeah, you're gapping down right now. You're down 0.3 at the open. And one thing I was saying today, watch 5 p.m. Pacific time, about 1 hour after the watch list, and you will get the China Open, and how China responds, that will be the key. But now, going into the main keys right now, I'm telling you, this is what everybody's saying, World War III is closer than ever, but you see how the market responded? It's saying it's an overreaction for now, and what I want you to see is simple. We dropped a ton, and then you stabilized until there is new information. If people were really worried, they would have dumped it. And one thing we were bringing up here, and this is what I've been saying on stream, if there is real fear in the market, you are going to watch the bonds break out of this level and break out of pretty much their low of October 4th. So this is important because we watched all day develop, and you were watching this minute by minute, but the fact that it flushed, hit a level, but then stabilized and ultimately even got up to 4,000, that was kind of the market saying, hey, it's an overreaction for now. Me personally, I am a little worried about it, but you'll see what I'm saying here. And even to give you more clarity, today had a lot of good news. There was a good China news in the morning. Again, their bad data sparked a rally because everyone was like, yeah, after the property and COVID things, Xi Jinping and that data, he is definitely going to start easing up. And then there was the meeting between Xi Jinping and Biden, and it actually had a really good implication. There was even a good photo op. Everybody loved it. And then even the PPI in the morning, it all came in below. Like even the core PPI, everything dropped, and actually service PPI came in negative for the first time since 2020 today. So it was pretty wild. There was a lot of good news, but once that news came out, it derailed everything. So until we get more clarity, I definitely think it is going to affect things. And this is what I'm saying, where I'm like, hey, just be cautious. I am operating with the same ideas I've had from yesterday, the day before, and all of that. Again, the momentum, the tide, and leading into the minutes, the jobs. Again, if you watch the watch list, you know exactly what I'm saying. I'm operating with those same ideas, but I'm telling you right now, depending on what we get, what we hear from these countries over the next few days, I'm ready to throw it all out of the window, because now if this develops, even the reaction today, we finally got new news, and that was not existing before. So that's why I'm saying that. I think this is really important, and really, if things develop for the worse, be ready to react to news. Be ready to get rid of this squeeze and just wait until the data. But other than that, if this doesn't turn into a big development, things are going to go really right back to normal up until we get those data sets. So keep that in mind. And then finally, I hope you feel me on this. The bonds and the commodities are the snitch. So I started off this video showing you what to look for. Stocks down, TLT up in relation to this news. That will be very, very bearish, but just watch the bonds. If they keep going up when the market goes down, that is not going to be good. But now the commodities, one thing you'll notice about today, it was very, very odd, and it didn't go up until after we bounced. But as the market was going down, so was UNG. Natural gas didn't go up on the news. Oil ran up, but definitely not as much as we've seen it on news like this. You saw LMT, they went through the roof and they started to go crazy. That was all the defense stocks. Even corn, they started to move. Even wheat, again, you've seen all these plays before. These are all of the war plays. They started to move, but like I'm saying, you'll get real reactions on these. And one thing I was saying all day today, we were plummeting, people were freaking out, but I'm like, hey, you're not going to get a world war with oil below $90 and natural gas not moving and the bond yield still near 5. So hopefully you see what I'm saying, but for real, you know what to be watching right now. Watch everything that's moved in the past because of the war. Watch the bonds, even watch the dollar, but we need to get those reactions if this is going to turn into something. Other than that, it may have just been the distraction we've needed this week to do a bunch of randomness up until we get into the data next week. So let us get into the plays. Right off the bat, I don't think I have no plays for you. You're not even going to see them. I'm going to get here right into the plays that we have. And here, I'm just going to jump to it. The only play that I made today, besides the futures, I went long on LMT, 25 shares, Lockheed Martin. It is a defense play. I paid $464.96. I'm up right now like $1 or $2 per share, but my whole logic was they shot up. We bought it in here after everything calmed down, but I'm just saying, hey, if there is defensive news, they're probably going to rock it up. But even if there's not and there's bullishness, I still think it could go good. So I was like, hey, let me get 25 shares, keep it small, and then we'll go from there. But this is what I'm going to be watching. All of the war commodity plays, and then the bonds, the dollar, and anything else in between. But that is the only play as far as everything else and what we did. I'm going to do it a little different today. You should be able to see a lot of the holdings there on the bottom left, but I want to kind of run through the plays, and today was just wild. So my first play of the morning, as you can see here, I closed out of the ES, and that was the one that I was down $600-700 on yesterday. Remember, I bought here. Well, I held it throughout the day. Even while I was sleeping, I woke up, PPI came out, And as you see, I closed out at 40.40. That was a $3,000 net profit. Was out of that one. That was my only trade. And then you'll see here, I waited till 10.18, and then I went long on the S&P at 4,000 on the ES. So let's zoom in a little bit, and you'll see where 10.18 is really going to be at. I bought into this low candle right here, like literally 4,000 on the high end of the candle. I got 4,000 flat. And then, boom, it just dumped. This was in the middle of the news. This is where the news, it was like moving, but then we got the confirmation, and then it got ugly. I was down about, I think, 1,500, $2,000. It bounced up, came down, bounced up, and then actually it ended up shooting. And as you see on my plays, it doesn't look that bad. I made $1.50 on it, or $1.50. It was about $100 profit. But even after the drawdown, I was like, I don't know, it's just weird. I held on through it, made an additional $100, and then I added the Lockheed plays that you could see there at 464, and then it was like, what, 1242? Right around here, I went short at 4,325, and then I closed it at like 3,099 on the first drop. It was like another 100 or 200 bucks, and then I was out. So not a bad day trading, but it's just like, this chart doesn't really even show you what we went through. Again, it was wild, but surprisingly, we were able to come out alive, and now we got to get ready. But like I've been telling you, watch the bonds, watch the commodities, and anything can change from here depending on how this news develops. So I hope you're ready. But that is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure hydrate healthy, ready to go. Make sure post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. I need you to remember there's a difference between pondering and wondering, baby. Bring it to life and really think about it, and just bring it. Make it real, baby. So don't let me go crazy. I love you. I'm going to see you in the morning. And Chad, thank you for all the positivity. Thank you for all of the cough drops and lemonade and iced tea or hot tea. I was supposed to get hot tea. I don't know why I said lemonade. Okay, yeah, I Sam Bankman Friday. You guys told me to go and get cough drops. I bought lemonade. I would customer fund. Oh, okay, I gotta go, man. I love you. I'll see you in the morning. Pray for me, and we good, baby. It's game time. Only a couple days left. Horde.